has definitely improved. On a scale of, I remember telling you maybe from 10 to 0, it used to be about 4, then it went to 2, then some days I would not have it at all. Now I would, at the beginning, I would have this stiffness in the mornings when I would get up, just in the morning when I would wake up, just in my hands and my hips, you know, the hip would start bothering me. But now I don't feel it anymore as much. Just a little bit of stiffness in the morning in my right hand, funny enough. The flare-ups are gone pretty much. The last one, the serious one I've experienced was when I had my period. So that's about it. I mean, the stiffness, I don't feel tired at all. Actually, I'm very much energetic and energized. I'm loving it. Um, yeah, just the stiffness in the morning in my right hand, and it's mild, very mild. It's not something that I would like be very bothered by, but it's there. So every day I'm keeping I keep hoping that I will wake up and it's not going to be there. Like every day is like I will monitor if it's there or not, just to understand if the symptoms are getting better, improved. Because this is for me is the main symptom right now, my right hand. Maybe because I'm holding my phone, you know, all the time, constantly using my right hand for that, and I'm righty. So because of the usage of the hand, maybe that's why. But otherwise, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I kept sticking to this diet until now. I'm not, yesterday was the first time I ate lentil soup with a couple of vegetables, ginger and spices, and nothing the next morning. I mean, I'm fine.
Well, on this call, I'm going to talk about your long-term plan, and I'm going to open your document to go over that. So let me just pull that up. And also, I want to go over your symptoms or what progress you've seen in your symptoms so I can help you plan your steps better for your healing, okay? So let me pull that up right now.
I take notes.
Yes, I'm also gonna take notes in your document. So everything that you need is gonna be there. So you don't have to take any notes because I'm gonna take notes for you, unless you
Okay,
want to.
thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. I'm really fast typer. I can actually type almost as fast as people talk.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes. So I'm always typing things. So let me just, your document is loading, and I'm going to add notes for your long-term plan in here as we discuss things. But just wait for it to load, and then I also will share my screen.
Mhm.
But first of all, hold on, let me just do this because it's taking. And if you have questions, of course, you can ask them on this
Okay.
call. If you're confused about something like what you have to do, how long you have to continue your healing, so you can ask me that on the call. Any
Yes.
questions that you can think of.
Yeah.
But first, I just want to assess better because I know you said that your symptoms have improved, but I want to know, like, get a better idea because sometimes, you can see improvements even if you still have pain, but there's more days where you have less pain or there's days where you have no pain at all. So I want to get
Yeah.
a better understanding of that before I tell you what you need to do, okay?
Uh-huh. So,
Yeah.
yeah, my pain has definitely improved. On a scale of, I remember telling you maybe from 10 to 0, it used to be about 4, then it went to 2, then some days I would not have it at all. Now I would, at the beginning, I would have this stiffness in the mornings when I would get up, just in the morning when I would wake up, just in my hands and my hips, you know, the hip would start bothering me. But now I don't feel it anymore as much. Just a little bit of stiffness in the morning in my right hand, funny enough. The flare-ups are gone pretty much. The last one, the serious one I've experienced was when I had my period. So that's about it. I mean, the stiffness, I don't feel tired at all. Actually, I'm very much energetic and energized. I'm loving it. Um, yeah, just the stiffness in the morning in my right hand, and it's mild, very mild. It's not something that I would like be very bothered by, but it's there. So every day I'm keeping I keep hoping that I will wake up and it's not going to be there. Like every day is like I will monitor if it's there or not, just to understand if the symptoms are getting better, improved. Because this is for me is the symptom, the main symptom right now, my right hand. Maybe because I'm holding my phone, you know, all the time, constantly using my right hand for that, and I'm righty. So because of the usage of the hand, maybe that's why. But otherwise, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I kept sticking to this diet until now. I'm not, yesterday was the first time I ate lentil soup with a couple of vegetables, ginger and spices, and nothing the next morning. I mean, I'm fine. The symptoms are definitely showing improvement, 100%.
Yeah, inflammation markers and autoimmune markers can take 6 months or longer. We had a client who had Sjogren's. It took her 2 years for her Sjogren's antibody
Wow.
to go away, and she was eating plant foods and with some cooked foods for 2 years, and then her antibodies disappeared. So really, just avoiding processed foods, because those antibodies, they can take time to disappear from your blood work because your immune system has memory. So even if you're not making new ones, they can float around. But if you get like infection or if you get a flu, it can raise your inflammation markers, and it can also increase your pain. Any type of like stress like that, whether it's coming from a virus, can also do that. And uh,
I didn't that
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I did notice that I do have mucus in the morning, like this cough, I cough it up. So there is some kind of mild inflammation going on in my lungs, perhaps.
Or you could be
That
detoxing, you could be coughing up things because make sure you
for
just don't eat too much fruit.
for 2.5 months I mean, detoxing. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, you can continue doing that. You can still be happening. So just make sure you don't eat too much fruit because fruit can cause more mucus too, especially dates. And try to maybe instead of dates, try to eat like green dried apples because green apples have lower sugars, or blueberries. So you can actually get freeze-dried blueberries or dried blueberries. Usually they sell blueberries freeze-dried, so you can get freeze-dried blueberries or green apples, dried green apples. So you can eat that instead of dates because it has less sugar. And sugar can also cause more mucus for some
uh-huh.
people. And you mentioned so you also had pain in the knees, sometimes in hips or brain fog. Has that improved too?
My hips definitely. How when you sometimes feel this sharp, like pain, it's gone. I don't feel it already for a week. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. I don't want to jinx it. My knee, not so much. I think there is some physical damage to it already done,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately. I did an X-ray. I did not go back to check on it.
Yeah, because your MRI showed degenerative changes in the joints in the neck and spurs in the neck. Is that the neck area they only did MRI, somewhere else as well?
I did in my rotator cuffs. They were both torn. One morning I just woke up with them both torn for no reason. I didn't lift anything heavy or did any physical work, or it was just bad. But now I'm better because I'm doing physical therapy plus the diet, and it just seems to have a very positive dynamic in general. I'm doing much better than before.
Yeah, that's
In
good.
May, I
Because
wasn't
I
right.
was curious to know maybe like end of the year if you looked at your MRI to see if there's any improvement in your degeneration. That would be good to know. Or maybe even if it's like reversing, if maybe end of the year or something like that. I would be curious to see that.
You mean that the cough could heal, the tonsure could heal? Yeah, it's possible.
Or spurs in your neck, because you said there were spurs in the neck, or where they saw changes in your joints.
Well, I didn't do that, unfortunately. I didn't ask for it. The
You
only
want to wait longer time. You want to wait at least a year. Yeah.
okay, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, you want to wait longer time because your healing can continue, but to see more like physically improvements, then you really want to just stick to unprocessed foods and really nourishing yourself. That's what you want to focus on because that's what your cells use to heal from a disease. They're using these nutrients to heal from the disease and heal any damage they can still heal. Sometimes we don't know how much people can heal until they do it longer enough. For example, we had a client who had 5% kidney function and she was already on dialysis, but she was able to get it to 20% and get off dialysis. So sometimes people can see really great improvements if they just continue on to do what you're doing because we know a lot of our friends are business owners. They all just everybody does different diets. So for them, like business owners never like judges or they never argue because it's just everybody, all the business owners do all these things. They just have their own diet going on and they're all very respectful. We never had issues with like people who are business owners because they understand that.
Yeah, everybody has his own craze, so they're accepting it. Yeah, I know.
We have a business owner, actually, the one we work with. He fasts all day. He eats 1 meal a day. So,
Uh-huh.
and he's very, when I go to his events, he makes sure I have the food and he does special order for me, even though he totally does different diet. So he totally understands it because he's doing what he wants to do. And, but that's what I like because I never had any issues except with like family members.
Absolutely, absolutely. So my mom is watching me very closely, and she says that if this works for you, if you're capable of, if I'm going to see that you're going to reverse it, and she's also works in the medical field, if I'm going to see that you're going to reverse your markers, I'm going for it. Like she's going to be all for it. So good. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to be very
Yeah,
persistent.
definitely any improvements, especially improvements in the symptoms you have, and that's already positive thing. But of course, email me your blood work. Don't stress about it. Just email me because I can assess based on I experience looking at other clients' blood work who in similar situation, and I can see, how long it took them to get it. So I always have, I can always reference to different cases, and I
What
can
if,
give you good feedback on it based on what I've seen with other clients.
okay, that's amazing. But what if I don't reverse it?
Yeah, there's always going to be that fear. You just don't focus on that. You just continue doing what you know. Just because if you focus on fear, we don't know the future, right? I mean, we could get ran over by a bus tomorrow, then you
We'll
won't
win
have
a
to
million
worry about that.
dollars. We'll win $1 million. Don't, something positive.
Right. So you just want to do the best thing you can for your health and for your life every single day. So that's where you want to take your life, not looking, what if this doesn't work out? There's a lot of things like I had to experience in a business too. Like I said, we invested so much money with our business coaches, and there's always risk, like, what if it doesn't help us? And many times, like, I did YouTube ads, I paid 40K and we never got any client. It didn't work out. But for me, I just want to move forward and take it like a learning experience. The same thing, you just want to do, like, you want to continue moving forward with your life and doing the best for your health, and eventually everything will catch up. But usually our clients, we know who stuck with this, they reverse their antibodies. We had also a client who had like alopecia, her hair regrew completely, and all her thyroid numbers are normal. This was like 2 years later she emailed us. So I know people who have like continued doing it, they saw continued improvements. It's only people like stop doing it, then they stop improving. Or they like, we had clients who like started eating fish again and they never saw more improvements, or they got started getting more symptoms back.
Yeah.
So, but usually people who have stayed in touch with us, they're the ones who've continued doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. The support, of course, that's important. Or you
Yeah,
have
and also with the client group, we usually offer clients like to give you extra months in the client group if you were to record a video just sharing what improved for you if you wanted to do it. But
does it
some
have to be
clients
like
do.
a video, like a
Like with
video?
your phone.
Hmm.
Just to see what improved or what you liked about working with us. You can actually go to a client group and see what other clients have shared. It doesn't have to be by your health. If you don't want to share anything about your health, it could just be like what you enjoyed about the program, like education, the support, things you learned. It doesn't have to be, if you don't want to share anything about your health, you don't have to. like you're not required, to share, about your disease. But if you see some of our clients, of course, they shared it, like what they dealt with and how fast, like, their symptoms improved. But if you go to the client group, they posted in the client group like this. See, this is a client who also had arthritis. This is a client
Oh,
who had osteoarthritis.
oh, osteoarthritis.
This is a
Okay.
client who had osteoarthritis. She shared how, and she also had gastric bypass surgery. We do what we teach our clients. So one of our clients asked me, why do I still do this diet? Because I
Yeah.
like it.
You get used to it. You can't eat differently. Yeah. You feel like it's
Because I
cool.
like it. It makes me feel great. It makes me feel better, and I don't want to change it because I know what this does for clients. Why would I go back to, I might feel tired, and I'm already like we're 37, so people still think sometimes we're like 18,
Sure.
but we do this program because we like it. And we know what it does for you. Why would I not do something that helps people heal their diseases? It's just so empowering. I find it really like I want to take care of myself. But like you said, there's ice cream you can get, the new things that came out that when we changed our diet, we couldn't even get almond milk at a store. They didn't even have it over 10 years ago when we changed our diet. Now you can go to a store and you can buy dry bars, you can buy those date rolls. There's so many things you can get these days that makes it more possible for people to really eat healthy because there's more available things and they didn't
Oh,
exist
yeah,
before.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And
So let me mail you your document. You can review it. If you have questions after you go over your document, you can follow up. But basically, read your document because it explains like things you could eat on a long-term plan.
so thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support and everything you gave us. I hope more people sign up for this program to get themselves on a healthy track, on a healthy life, on a healthy something that can benefit them for life, and they can infatuate other people with what they're doing to themselves for themselves, and other people will start doing this more because from what I'm seeing, people are living destructive minds, and it's a shift of mind. It has to be a shift of mind because everybody thinks I'm crazy, and if my husband doesn't even know how much I spent on this
Mm-hmm.
because he would have thought that I completely got mad. He doesn't believe in these things. So I don't have no support at home. He just lots of sarcasm, lots of irony and jokes, but I have to keep going. I have to. I just have to.
Yes, because you do it for yourself because you could be, things could get worse for you and you want to focus on, getting better and
Mhm.
improving and taking care of your health so you can live a healthy life. So that's really the goal because with arthritis, yeah, people can become disabled. I mean, that's gonna be even worse than being able to walk. We had a client who couldn't get up from her bed. And that's why I recommend to continue watching a client, videos, education in a public page. We have a public page because it's gonna motivate you. Because like I said, we had clients who were bedridden from arthritis and they were able to walk in 40 days. And that client that we worked with, Diana, she's still doing great. It's been 2 years, and her whole family is eating like this. Her husband was on board with her. They changed their diet. She has a son who's autistic, and her son improved in his also behavior because she's removed processed foods from everything, and also she's still doing great.
It was triggered for me, this disease, after I got bitten by Lyme and got COVID at the same time, both two things. And this what triggered for me.
Yeah, because anything can trigger, but your mom already had it. So it could have been just a matter of time. But maybe if you were doing that program, your body could have been able to respond better to Lyme and not get sick. Because this program, we had clients with Lyme disease who were able to recover because your immune system functions better. So maybe it added more inflammation that was already in the body, even if you didn't have the disease yet. But you already had a genetic predisposition because your mom has it. So
Yeah.
genetically, you already had it. If they eat healthy all their life, like a client who's a nurse who got Sjogren's disease, she was eating all her life really healthy, and she got Sjogren's. But in a program, in 21 days, she healed. All her symptoms were gone. She was using eye drops. She no longer needed to use eye drops. She had difficulty swallowing, digestive issues, joint pain. She couldn't hold the needle. She had so many symptoms, and in 21 days, her symptoms were all gone, and they stayed gone. But she ate healthy. Maybe she would have gotten her disease earlier if she didn't eat healthy. So it just depends, like level of healthy, right? Some people think eating healthy, I just don't eat sugar, but I still eat other things. But this is different from just regular healthy
I
eating.
follow the group Healing Arthritis on Facebook, and they all trying all sorts of things. Everybody's trying to decode their disease, what to eat, what not to eat, what flares them up, what after what. I myself was writing down things in my note to understand what triggers me, but I'm thinking to myself, you guys will never figure it out until you cut off everything out, until you start doing really clean. You will never know what triggers you.
Yeah, and also adding what's missing. Oftentimes, don't know what's missing in the diet, what they're not doing enough of,
Second, yeah,
and they
yeah.
don't because people need somebody who understands it to guide them through it, to help them figure out maybe what can help them to see better results.
So this is where I think you should be there in this group. I don't think they allow advertisement, but some people mentioned you. They mentioned you. I made a search, very maybe one or two, just and they said, look up Viktoriya and Oksana. They just saw it because you cannot really clearly advertise there. They they cross you out of the group, they kick you out. But yeah, I wish they knew because many people have no idea about you guys and they
Yes,
need
they
you.
don't know, and that's why we have to do ads. We're also gonna be featured on a TV show, but mostly talking about how we're helping people.
Speak about you in this sorts of groups of supporting groups and groups of support on Facebook. There are like thousands of people.
Yeah, I think it's because if somebody mentions, maybe they don't see it. It's hard to see, if there's so much engagement there, they won't even notice it. But we had some clients who also told us they mentioned us and somebody found us, and because somebody mentioned us and they were able to get a help and get better. One of our clients, maybe somewhere in the video, I remember she came to us for help because somebody mentioned us. Well, it was great helping you, Magdalena, but we're gonna be in touch. I'm happy to review your blog work. I'm gonna send you this document after a meeting. And then once you review it, if you have questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you so much, Oksana. You have no idea how grateful I am. And hopefully we talk soon.
Yes, I just want to see you get better, but continue doing what you know to do. And even if your family doesn't support you, just realize there's many people who doing the diets who might not have support either. You're not alone. But all our clients are doing it. A lot of them also don't have support either.
You know, funny, the more they don't support me, the stronger I become.
Yes.
I just don't care.
Yes, because you're feeling better and then just continue following us because you'll see people heal and it's gonna give you that motivation, to do
Absolutely.
it, to continue doing it.